Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the very awkward, very boobylicious game, Sakura Spirit. Now last episode we got ourselves into yet another awkward situation, because why not? It's Sakura Spirit and the game just can't help itself. It's the most anime game of all time apparently, as far as like harem anime style situations go. But we went out to go pick up some apples with Mayako, and she ended up falling from the tree and right onto us, and we got a good view of her apples, if you know what I'm saying here. But yeah, it got super awkward. We went back into the house, and Machiko sort of called us out for the entire situation, but now we're about to eat breakfast with them, and hopefully find out more about the story, if the story even fucking matters in this game, because, I mean, boobs! Anime boobs! All over the place. Anyway.
Good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are some oranges, too.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You are getting better at this.
To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast, it's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well.
That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh, yes. I want to know. What are the spirits like in your world?
Oh, you're in for a shock there, Mayako. Spirits, you say? I thought about her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folktales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them, but it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folktales? Worship? Your world is strange, Taka-kun.
That's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is that?
You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just of my village, but of my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but it felt kind of nice to call myself a defender. Oh, Takahiro, dude, you, like, talk yourself up a lot, it seems like. He's just like, I don't know, he's full of all these weird morals and shit like that. Anyway.
That sounds weird. Is the police, like, the army or something, defending the whole nation?
Your world is very strange, Taka-kun.
I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird. But no, the police is like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, Oh no! Oh dang it! These oranges all have worms in them! Ew!
Oh, that is pretty gross.
One-sama, did you forget to check them again?
Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never gotten around to checking them properly.
Ugh! Big ol' lazy meanie. I'll just have to go and eat some apples instead.
As Mayako went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. Oh wow, good God, she's certainly supporting her assets there.
It is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It has been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did.
We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams, so little time for my judo. It made me rather sad at times. Good God, I'm gonna have lots of trouble reading today, I can tell.
That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I'm intrigued by this school notion.
Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. Oh, Takahiro, you meathead! To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I will be able to represent my country in judo.
I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you.
I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me?
I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has had a lot to do with Mayako's newfound joy. I can hear her singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed, and I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun.
Aw, how sweet. I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what I would have been doing if I was still in the care of the tsundere tyrant.
Haha, you are most welcome, but please, do not be so hard on Mio-chan. There are many things here beyond her control. But perhaps it is out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I have been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Mayako-chan.
Oh gosh, repay me? For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red at the thought. What a pervert. I couldn't ask something like that of her, although I was thinking sort of along the same lines, like at least something that maybe he would ask for, so I don't know. I'm not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile is enough. Oh, what a charmer.
You are a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such naughty things, too.
Oh, God. Don't tease me like this. The fox spirit giggled to herself as she turned towards the garden, watching Mayako struggle to descend from one of the trees with an armful of apples. Good God, this game's gonna make me all flushed.
Mayako-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person.
Speaking of a 4th person, it sounded like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit at the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever this Tsuyuri's involved?
Yeah, that's not important. Oh, is that a giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Oh, maybe it is. I should go and...
Ah, Tsuyuri Dono, thank you for visiting us today. Machiko-san is right over there.
Tsuyuri, no, I'm sorry. I have just been terribly busy. Please forgive me, Tsuyuri-sama.
Whoa, to think you'd get that flustered. Is she that amazing of a person?
You don't understand. It is complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influence how people perceive me. They are, I suppose they would be considered social skills, but for spirits. Tsuyuri is capable of completely negating those, and it leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless.
Oh, so she can like manipulate people around her with like an aura she gives off or something along those lines. I see, so basically she's immune to your flirting and... Connecting the dots in my mind, I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead. Now I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because this Tsuyuri is a bigger flirt than you, but if she's flirting with you... Oh, I see. You swing that way. Ah, we found the Yuri angle in this game, I see. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed.
That's not true. Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence and it does not allow me to properly, do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however.
It means that you know, like, girls?
Oh, really? Well, how about we forget all that about Tsuyuri for now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Taka-kun.
Oh my, that won't be necessary. But she must be quite a challenge to deal with considering... I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start your teasing.
You are perhaps less the gentleman than I thought you to be, Taka-kun.
What am I then?
A lovable rogue, perhaps? Or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type.
Of course I'm a hero. A perverted one, but a hero nonetheless.
Oni-sama, Taka-ni!
Welcome back, Mayako-chan. How did the hunt for the golden apple go?
Hehe, no golden ones, but I got a load of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have this one, Taka-ni.
Aw, how cute. An apple shaped like a heart? Interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this?
Hehe, maybe I am.
I seriously think Ichikawa would kill me if he saw me in my current situation. Why, thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor.
Mayako, how could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my.
Hehe, but I love you too, One-sama. I found a super big apple for you.
Polygamy at its finest.
Well, we better hurry up. We're gonna go see Tsu-chan.
Wait, what? I thought we would at least need to ask for her permission and wait until she grew bored enough to reply.
I know, but when I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said she wanted to see us today.
Oh, interesting. So we get to see her immediately.
Oh, Poopy.
Poopy. That's awesome. And transition to a new scene. Good lord. Well, this is good because we got another environment. We're going to get to speak to Tsuyuri again and hopefully, once again, find out what the hell's going on here because there's so much happening that I'm unsure of. Like, it's gone through all these silly scenarios, but it hasn't really actually progressed the story in any kind of way. If anything, we're still on square one of where we started when we first came to this world. So, hopefully she has some answers for us. Following the directions Mayako had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay en route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived at the place where Machiko had fallen into the river. They say that a cautious fox is worth two, so we made it past the river without further ado. So, according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead? My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, a gate standing at the top.
Oh no, what could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why has she called for us? I wonder.
Hehehe, you're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches.
Now, that would be truly wonderful, but it is no use guessing. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One was mimicking my own bold steps, while the other followed with small, slow paces. I wonder who that could be.
Come on, One-sama. Why don't we make a game of it? To take your mind off of it, we could play Hop Along Dandy. Hop, ha!
Mayako-chan.
The spunky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step, and the command then switched to the other girl. Oh, interesting little game there. The panic that almost set in had seemingly vanished as Machiko continued the silly little game with her sister. The two soon reached the top of the steps, and a voice I could have sworn I had heard somewhere before resounded in the air. Well, clearly Tsuyuri is the big boob demon girl that we saw in the very beginning that I don't remember the voice that I gave for her, but we'll figure out something.
How adorable. Mayako-chan hasn't changed a bit in all those years, still hopping around on my doorstep like a bunny.
Heap!
At the sound of the voice, Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. The one responsible for Machiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off of the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air.
Ah, Machi-tan, I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been well?
Hi, Tsu-chan. We were playing a really fun game just now.
Hello, Tsuyuri-sama. We are doing well, thank you. It did look like a very cute game. Then again, it might have been because you two really cute girls were playing it.
Oh man, she's super flustered.
Still, I'm surprised you didn't join them too, human. Couldn't keep up with their steps?
I was more interested in meeting you than playing some game.
How unfortunate to ignore the appeal that games hold. It isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious and worrisome attitude. Isn't that right, dear Machi-chan?
That's not fair, Tsu-chan. Taki-ni didn't know the rules, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway. If he learns how to play, I'm sure he'll join in next time.
It's not, healthy.
The girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself.
Mayako's right. Takakun has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault. I'm just teasing him, dearest. There's no need to get so worked up. But I'm glad that you are all here. One thing surprises me, though.
What is that?
The fact that your precious Takakun is here with you. Doesn't it strike you both as odd, a human like him being so friendly with spirits? The last time I recall seeing such a thing was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind? That's... The guards from the village, they arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine, I swear. He's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from around here though.
Yeah, that's because Tsuyuri sent me here.
You need not take offense, my dear. I simply find it rather fascinating to find a human defend a spirit. I'm well aware that he's not from the village. I take little interest in the closed-minded humans of this realm, so your assumptions are correct. The boy is not a being of this world.
Excuse me, guys, I have the burpees here.
And yet, he might end up playing an important role whether he likes it or not.
It's hard to read in the sexy voice and not get the burpees. I'm getting all flustered just doing it. I already told Mayako-chan and Machiko-san this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd still like to get back to my own world. I have an important tournament to prepare for.
Ah, right, your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? We will await your return, Taka-kun.
It seemed like the sisters could no longer accompany me. Feeling nervous, my steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. And before we figure out exactly what Tsuyuri wants, as we speak to her inside of her realm, I'm going to go ahead and end us on a cliffhanger here, guys. There was a lot of reading errors this time. I'm really sorry for that. I've been a little bit out of practice because I took that short break doing the April Fool's Day video and, of course, like a lot of random one-shots. I'm sorry for that. I'll try to bring the series back a little bit more frequently, and also, obviously, Night in the Woods and Oxenfree as well. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying those series also. But I'm going to end this episode here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.